Hello everyone, welcome back. So now I'm going to introduce a new temperature sensor that will be SI7050, and for that we need to log in to visit the website that will be controleverything.com, and thereafter we have to search on for this particular sensor as you can see on my screen. And here we go. It's a high accuracy temperature sensor, plus minus 1.0 degrees Celsius is the accuracy and precision as you can see on my screen, and also there are some more features added to this sensor. You can purchase the sensor from this website from here. Furthermore, I will be interfacing the high accuracy temperature sensor SI7050 with a BeagleBone Black and C language code. And let's go to resource tab, and here we have the C code sample onto the screen. And you can get the C code sample from this website as a zip file just here, and also get the code from github.com and the concerned repository. There will be control everything community. Now let's have a look over the hardware connections we need to put up together, and let's proceed. Well, for the hardware connection setup, the first thing we require is the BeagleBone Black, which you are able to see on my screen. And this here is an I2C shield for the BeagleBone Black. Now this is available on the website controleverything.com, and the real reason we are using this shield is to make connections easier with other I2C devices. So for that, what we require is to gently place this I2C shield over the BeagleBone Black and make a connection just like that. For the power up setup, we require two things. The first is a mini USB cable just like this and gently insert it over here. It is very useful to power up the BeagleBone Black. Now to power up the I2C shield, we require a 5-volt adapter, which you are able to see on my screen, and gently insert it here. Now for an option for the internet connection, there are two mediums. The first is an Ethernet cable or a LAN cable, and the second is this, a wireless nano USB adapter. Now this here is our high accuracy temperature sensor SI7050, and this comes a connecting cable. Now make the connection among the sensor and the cable, and make sure that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor and similarly to the ground of I2C shield. So we are done with the hardware connections we need for this video tutorial, and let's have a look over the interfacing code. Now for the interfacing part, first of all we need to log into github.com, and after that we need to search on for the repository that will be control everything community. And here we go, we have the sensor that will be SI7050, and this comes the C code. But before that, let's have a look over the instructions. In this part we need to set up the BeagleBone Black, and the instructions are on this link, beagleboard.org. and when I open this link, you can see a lot of steps in which we need to connect via USB, install some drivers, and a lot of more stuff to do. Please do it carefully. And after that we have to download or git pull the code onto the BeagleBone Black. We need to compile, this is the command, and this is the command for the running. Please do it carefully. Then we have the C code, and it's a .c extension file. We have included some of the header files and the libraries here, and in the void main function we can see that we have to check whether the I2C bus is going to open or not, and the address of the sensor that is connected, that will be 0x40. Now in the writing section part, we are going to send temperature measurement command, that will be no hold master mode, that is 0xF3, and here it is. Then we are going to read 2 bytes of the temperature data, and it is here. And then we have the conversion of the data takes place using a formula which was mentioned in the datasheet for SI7050. At last we have the output data onto the screen, which is the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. So this is how the code looks like. Now let's see how it works. Let's have a look over the working part, and the first step is, as you can see on my screen, is to copy the entire code. And after that we need to open up the terminal for the BeagleBone Black, and here we have to create a new file. As you can see, .c will be the extension, and here we need to paste the entire code, and after that we need to save it. Now for the compilation, this is the command we need to go through, and let me type the full command as you can see on my screen. And here we go, we have the successful compilation of the code. But to run the code, this is the command as you can see on my screen, and here we go, we have the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. When I again run it, we have the same or almost very small change regarding the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. But instead, when I try to apply a finger over the sensor and change it, you can see the change are reflected onto the screen. We have the changes in temperature for Celsius and Fahrenheit scales. So this is how the sensor works. Now let's have a look over some of the applications and benefits. SI7050. I2C humidity and temperature sensor is a monolithic CMOS IC integrating humidity and temperature sensor elements and analog to digital converter, signal processing, calibration data and an I2C interface. The patented use of industry standard low K polymeric dielectrics for sensing humidity enables the construction of low power monolithic CMOS sensor ICs with low drift and hysteresis and excellent long term stability. These applications are like HVACR, thermostats, respiratory therapy, microenvironments, automotive, climate control and defogging, asset and good tracking, indoor weather stations, and a lot more. So these are the features which make a lot of applications like this. Well, you can have this sensor and you can purchase it from controleverything.com and you can get the code from resource tab. From this site, you can download the code as zip file. Also, you can get the code from github.com and the repository there is Control Everything Community. In the end, I would like to make it clear that if you have any doubt regarding any part of this sensor or video, you can have your queries on controleverything.com and you can post your comments on the community page on this website. For articles and blogs, you can have a look over on instructables.com. And to subscribe more video tutorials like this, you can have a look over our YouTube channel. In the end, I hope you enjoyed this video and had a good one yourself. Thanks a lot for watching.